Off we go from Denver. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Shakir hauls it in. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Nix throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Broncos send out their punter now. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Jefferson has his first catch. He also has a first down. Off the play fake. Nix. That's down the field for Jefferson. It's caught inside the 25. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Touchdown! DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking.
And got his man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jalen Waddle. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now it's Nix. quickly into the hands of Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw, here's Nix. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play here for Buffalo. 65 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Jalen Waddle on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Nifty job there on the scramble. Got 12 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Nix to the air. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On play action, Allen. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Finding Shakir across the formation. Touchdown, Bills! Khalil Shakir, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he whipped his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Nix. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. 12 yards there as they move the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing Nix. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Broncos get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Here's Bass now to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On play action, here's Nix. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's 2nd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Nix finds his tight end Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. Rolling to his left. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Looking to throw. Nix. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Throwing on 2nd down, Nix. And he's got this to Jefferson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards the pickup there.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Seven yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Looking to throw. Nix. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws. And that's another one right there.
On 3rd down, Nix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Allen off the play fake. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. A disastrous loss there on 1st and goal on the sack sets him back big time. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Allen to throw it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Allen. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because, CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And it's caught.